Welcome to the Self-Care Bear Club. I am so glad you're here. A little self-care goes a long way, my friends. And I don't think I have to sit up this close if you're watching me on YouTube. If you're not, you can find me there. I finally, it's happened to me. I finally posted my first self-care conditioning video. I'm not sure if I had said that on the last podcast episode or not, but stay tuned for more self-care conditioning. What I call self-care conditioning, it is movement, it is medicine, it is mindset, it is all the things we've discussed here, putting into practice a movement practice. So find me on YouTube and check it out. It's our first video was just a 10-minute self-care stretch. It's silly, it's slow. If you've never slowed down, I invite you to slow down and change your life. And anyways, check it out. If you hate it, cool. If you love it, cool. And there'll be more. There'll be more. If you're wanting more, there will be more. So anyways, today we are talking about three simple, not yet easy, maybe not yet easy, or maybe forgotten how easy they are. 3 simple things you can do for weight management or weight loss, right? This is a big topic. I was even like questioning naming it this because I'm in this place where whatever, right? Put on some lbs, lose a little lbs. It is what it is. It's all good. But maybe you've been feeling like you want to jumpstart your physical practice or reset, right? Hit the reset button. And maybe you just feel like you need a little extra help in that department, right? Weight is a big thing. So it's just a big thing. It's just a big thing. We live in a world now where it's a beautiful thing where we are learning to love our shapes and our sizes and not the scale. Hello. The only time I ever step on a scale is when I'm at the doctor's, and it's always kind of a surprise. It's like, oh yay, like I say the same, or oh okay. Last time I stepped on it, I don't know if I talked to you about this. It was a little bit shocking. It was a little bit shocking, and I was triggered yet untriggered. Does that make any sense? It was like the old part of me, like bells and whistles were going off like somewhere deep here, but like this prefrontal cortex that I've been like rewiring was like, no, we don't do that anymore. Shawty, don't do that anymore. We don't worry about numbers. So whatever level you're at, if your whole brain and body's freaking out because of the number on the scale, you're not alone. I suggest you to throw away your scale. That's number 1 on the list. That's really not number 1, but throw away your scale. Gone are the days where we worry about a number, right? We're focusing on whole nutrition, building muscle, being strong, and loving ourselves no matter what. Now, I was going off on a tangent about how I love we live in this world nowadays where we're honoring our body and we're honoring our shapes, right? But I personally, opinions, we all have them. My opinion is that we've gone way far off the deep end as a culture, an American culture, and embraced obesity and confused loving yourself no matter what with being healthy. I do believe to lose weight and to consistently keep weight off or manage your weight is a better way to say that we do need to work with, as you already know me, mind, heart, body, soul as one. But I don't think, and again from experience, I don't think that you're truly loving yourself if you're, are hundreds of pounds overweight and just playing a victim and saying, oh, like I can't, I won't, it's my genetics or anything like that. So with all the love in my heart, come closer, come closer. I did not wake up like this. I did and I didn't, right? I did and I didn't. So we're going to put in a little work if we want to manage our weight, 3 simple things we can do if we're not doing them already. Again, throw away your scale. That's the bonus tip. We'll start with the bonus tip. Throw away your scale. It's not helping you. It's not your friend. Number 1, for real though, we can start moving first thing in the morning, my friends. First thing in the morning, meaning first thing when you wake up. Everybody's morning is different, right? Your morning might be in your evening. So take time zones relative as I approach this scenario. You want to get moving when you wake up. I have lost some pounds. I don't know how many, but I can physically tell after this tougher season I went through because I simply just decided to get back into my routine of morning walks. So I highly recommend a morning walk. If you live in a mild temperate place where you can get outside, bonus points, right? Because the sunlight in your eyeballs, your feet on the ground, you in nature is going to be all bonus points. But get moving. If you have a treadmill and you know that's easier for you, I'm talking like first 30 to even an hour. Like, I like to have some water. I like to go to the bathroom and do a few other things before I head out the door. So you don't have to hit the ground running. But whatever, choose something that you can stick to. It can be a 5-minute walk, 5 minute stretch, 5 minutes something. The sooner you move your body, the sooner it's going to wake up and it's going to want to go, right? If you're laying in the bed, please have those mornings. But if you're just doing that consistently every day or 5 times out of the 7 days, you're training your body to be in hibernation, right? You're training it to store. You know what hibernation is. So why would that be any different from you and a bear, right? You're training your body to shut down, stay in rest mode, and hold on to what you got going on. And generally, if we're staying in the bed and we're on our phone and we're not getting out of the bed, there's, generally speaking, more going on to it, right? So there might be some depression, there might be some other feelings that are involved that will also lead to weight gain, right? So number 1, if you're looking to manage your weight, simple step, try to get 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I'll put 10 minutes on it for you. 10 minutes of exercise as soon as you wake up within the hour. And see what happens. It's going to rev up your metabolism. It's going to energize you. Again, if you can make it outside, awesome. If the gym is your thing, awesome. And then guess what, guys? You're going to have it done in the morning, especially for those of us who are trying to lose weight. If you don't love to exercise, if you don't love to move, get it the fuck done. You don't have all day to worry about it. You don't have all day to fester and make excuses. Get it done. Get up and get her done. Put your yoga mat right at the fucking edge of your bed so you trip over it, right? Phone a friend. Phone somebody like me. Hey, Carrie, I need you to hold me accountable. I will light your ass up because working out is where it's at. And walking is a workout, my friends. It doesn't have to be a power walk. It doesn't have to be anything. It's just a nice walk in nature. Make it what you want it to be. So that's number 1. Number 2, I'm grabbing my belt buckle, but you can't see me. Number 2, this one's gonna hurt, y'all. We are gonna stop drinking our calories. I am not a calorie counter, so you don't even have to count them. But you gotta stop drinking stuff that's not serving you if you want to manage your weight. Again, this is a simple way to do it. Simple not meaning easy, because I know we like our wine. Hello. I know that we like our coffee. Hello. I know that we love our soda pop. Not me. But I know we like our tea. We like our flavors, right? We like taste, and that is a-okay. I'm not saying throw it away. I am not saying throw it away. That's the last thing I'm saying, because if you throw it away, in my opinion, that leads to binging, and that leads to an entire 360 and you hating yourself. We're not hating ourselves, and we're not restricting ourselves, right? This is a celebration, not a punishment. I'll say that again. This is a celebration, not a punishment. So if you're in the mindset of feeling like I'm taking away my soda and I hate my life, maybe you won't see the weight come off, because your mind is such a powerful thing, my friends. We've mentioned this before. You can't think fat and get thin. You physically can't. You might for a while, but if that's your underlying program, that I'm so fat, I'm not worthy, like you're always, I can't lose weight, these stories, right? It's my genetics, it's just my big bones, it's whatever. I know you don't want to hear a fit bitch tell you this, but you just saw me put on like 20 lbs. Everybody can put, and I did. Fact. Fun fact. If you're like, no, you didn't, I carry very well. I didn't stop doing my workouts. I didn't stop eating nourishing foods at least a couple days a week. I was just drinking alcohol. I was going to say something else. No, I was drinking more alcohol than previously, or just I was drinking more alcohol than I generally do. Let's say it that way. And I was not walking every morning. I was just not doing these things that I know, me personally, make me feel better. Make me feel better. Remember, we had conversations. We're loving ourselves no matter what. There's lots of layers, lots of steps. Don't know where you are. So I was loving, I had to come back to that level, and to be like, oh, I love this part of me, because I have just cut cold turkey. And if I can take out that step for you where you don't have to do as many levels, like that's why I'm here. That's why I'm talking about this shit, right? And if you are doing all the levels, maybe you do have to do all the levels. That's okay too. But just remind yourself best you can, the soda pop is not serving you. Yes, have one. Have one a day. If you're like at 5 right now, take it down to 2. Take it down to 2. Cut it in half. Whatever you are right now, cut it in half. And then fill it in with a bunch of water. If you don't like the way water tastes, you can add lemon, you can add lime, you can add cucumber, you can add any fruit or veggies, right? Sparkling water. I used to hate it, and now I cannot live without it, because that bubble makes me feel like I'm drinking something else, right? I know how important it is to taste something different, especially I know how enjoyable it is to want to partake in happy hour. So many places now, guys, are doing mocktails, and it's like normal. It's not like, ew, why are you drinking that? You can, like, nobody will even know, right? So many places are doing non-alcoholic beers, which is awesome. That doesn't really apply here. You can try that if you just want to cut back on your actual like alcohol and see how you feel without it. But calorie wise and like weight wise, I don't suggest drinking a bunch of non-alcoholic beer. That's not gonna slim you down. But just throwing that in there in case anybody was curious. You can still go out and have a good time. Lots of my favorite bars are serving kombucha. If you don't know what kombucha is, it's like weird as fuck, and it's really good for you. So that's what I have to say about that. But that has like a tiny bit of alcohol in it because it's fermented. So just heads up if you like really need to stay away from it. But kombucha, you can meet your friends for a bucha break. What were we talking about? We were talking about cutting these out so you can manage your weight. It was literally the simplest thing that I've done in my whole life. And again, if you're in a tougher season and you find yourself drinking more, I love you. You love you. It's a-okay. But remember why you're doing things, right? Because if you really pay attention, and I was really honest with myself, I was loving myself through it. And it's just, drinking is not bad. The reasons you're drinking might be adding to some negative effects. Make sense? It might be adding to negative vibration, right? The reason you're drinking, if it's because you just want to blend in, if it's because you just want to forget that your cat's died, if it's because you're really stressed out, if it's because, oh, I gotta have my drink to go to bed, you get the undertone. You're getting that? Yeah. So it's all good. Do what you need to do. Try cutting your non-aquatic beverages in half. See what happens. And then drink more water. Flushes everything out. Just makes your body work really well, right? So we're moving in the morning as soon as we can. 10 minutes, we're moving, we're breathing, we're shaking, we're singing. You can dance in the kitchen. 2, we're drinking as much water we can and as little other things as we can. I love that. As little other things as we can. Like, give yourself a fucking break here. Give yourself a fucking break. I'm just telling you what I did, like, just this month. I haven't been trying to lose weight. I haven't been trying to do anything. It fucking works for the majority of the population, right? Number 3, if you want to manage and or lose your weight, you are gonna wanna set a time. Again, relative. I don't have rules. I eat after 10 p.m. sometimes because that's life, right? You gotta stay flexible. In general, I don't eat after 8 p.m. As there have been weeks where I worked late and I had to eat after 8 p.m. like 3 days out of the week. Yeah, I didn't cry. It didn't set me back. I didn't die, right? It's not going to ruin your diet. It's not going to ruin anything. Generally speaking, I'm doing this a lot today. Sorry, Spotifyers, Apple Podcasters. I'm having fun with the camera. I'm having fun with my camera. So check me out. We are staying focused, Carrie. We are. What are we doing? I'm pulling my hair out. We are you going to the mall today? Does anybody know that reference? Billy Madison. Let's watch Billy Madison. That sounds really fun. Let's all get together and watch Billy Madison. Let me know if you're in. Are you in or are you out? But first, we need to set a time that we're going to stop eating by. Again, this is going to be all relative. So, like, you can look this up and there's an argument for everything, right? You can say that this doesn't help you lose weight, that there's no science, there's no whatever. There is science. There is magic in it. There is results for me personally. Set a time. The time is relative. It's not going to be the same for everybody. It's not going to be stop eating after 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. or even 10 p.m. or even it's relative to your schedule, right? So again, that thing when you move within an hour before you wake up, let's try to stop eating within 2 hours of our bedtime. How's that feel for you? 2 hours? Because food is fuel. So if you're eating and going straight to bed or you're eating in the bed, hey, that's a super fun time. But you are not going to be able to burn that energy efficiently. You don't have to burn it all before you go to bed, right? You still have a chance tomorrow. But you do want to at least be up, walking about. If you can take a walk after dinner, triple points. You're going to lose some weight. You want to digest, right? Not only is it just not a great idea to go to sleep with a full belly, if you really pay attention to it, I personally, again, this is just personal experience, when I eat closer to my bedtime, I'm actually hungrier when I wake up because my tummy is expanded and I just wake up like ravenous because my body didn't have time to process it. So it's in that hibernation mode where it's like more. And so if we can eat like 2 to 3 hours before we go to bed, we're going to have plenty of time for our digestive system to do its thing. We're also going to sleep better, which most definitely affects your weight. And stop blaming on external circumstances. I know sleep can be hard for people, but again, that's why if you go outside, I'm pointing outside for a walk, that sunlight, the nature, everything is just connected. We know that everything is just connected. So if you're like, where is this bitch going? Like, she doesn't keep it simple. It's because it is so simple. It is so simple, but I'm just always trying to make your brain make these connections, right? This is the steeple. So we're not eating a couple hours before bed. It's going to help us get better sleep. It's going to help our digestive system. We're going to have time to burn these calories so they're not just sitting there. our body is also going to go into a fast. Remember last episode? If you don't, check it out. It was all about intermittent fasting, or maybe a couple episodes ago. And you can say it's not right for you, but it is tried and true for many people. Check out that episode and find out if it's really not right for you. If you've got some medical issues, you're pregnant, you're breastfeeding, yada, yada, you're a growing boy, maybe it's not for you right now. But that little fast, that elongated fast, if you're, let's say, not eating from like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., that's 12 hours of fasting right there. Your body had time to kind of reset and not eat not only your food, but stored fat if you are trying to lose weight. So had time to go in there and do some work on some stuff that you might not want. That's why bears eat so much, right? And become so fat, because the whole time they're sleeping, their body has stuff to latch onto. So if you have unwanted stuff, try eating earlier in the day and having an unintentional fast. You're sleeping. Who cares? You don't need to eat. Honestly, the later you eat too, generally speaking, very generally speaking, you're a little bit less, like you're a little bit clueless about it. You want some junk. You've had a long day. You're tired. You're in the fridge like a raccoon. You're eating. You're not mindful about it. You're not mindful about it. So common tendency to binge when the sun goes down, at least for me. So I hope you enjoyed these quick tips, and I hope you enjoyed the ride, because it's always a hell of a ride, right? We are throwing away the scale. We are moving as soon as we can when we get up in the morning, or whenever you fucking get up. We are drinking water. We are reducing our unnecessary, they really are unnecessary, calorie intake. If you stop drinking alcohol, my friends, if you love alcohol and you just reduce it even the slightest bit, I swear to God, you are going to see some changes. Or soda pop, or Kool-Aid, or whatever you're drinking that's not water. And then we are eating earlier in the day. We're stopping our eating a few hours before we go to bed, because it's not serving us. You don't need to eat and go to bed. You're not working that hard when you're sleeping, but you are working that hard. So you will sleep better, you will feel better, you will drop some pounds while you're at it. You'll just be fit, strong, and healthy. And that's what we want here in the Self-Care Bear Club. Remember, you have the power to do anything. Anything. You have the power to be anything. And I'm so glad you're here. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a big old hug. Oh, since we're speaking of bears, a big old bear hug. And until the next episode, my friends, take care out there. I love you, and bye-bye.